Good evening, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6. I am Rakshita Mishra reporting from Srinagar, and my colleagues from across the length and breadth of the country will be getting you every detail you need to know, every update with regards to the Pahalgam terror attack, how India has united to come together and fight against terror, viewers. The first story is the action by security forces, viewers. This is a joint operation we're talking about with the Indian Army, that the CRPF and the police, they're on ground zero, and this entire terror network of the OGWs is being now dismantled, and that's what we are showing you right now. We'll connect with our reporters on the ground for more on that. In fact, the CRPF and Jammu and Kashmir police are together in this as they fight against all those suspects who have, all those individuals who are suspected to have supported this entire terror network. And at least 64 terror associates have faced raids. 64 terror associate residences have been raided in Srinagar itself. Zeenat, my colleague tracking those developments from Srinagar, is joining us. Zeenat, tell us more updates. You know, there are news coming in from several other areas from Srinagar, Sora and Shalting, Lal Bazar as well.
Rakshita, these were the raids and the search operations or the door-to-door operations carried by Srinagar police yesterday. They have touched Srinagar downtown and the uptown, where you have the links of ODWs that can be connected with the terrorists and how they would be facilitating the transportation, foods, logistics and all other things. Srinagar police yesterday knocked the door of around 64 OGWs. They are the ones who have been listed in the records of the police. As far as the exercise that the J&K police or the other agencies are conducting, so far in the 4 long days, around 260 plus people have been picked up for questioning, for interrogation, or for the investigation. All kind of devices, whether they were using the mobile phone, any communication device in the form of laptops, in the form of digital evidences, recorders, wherever police found that this will be important, those devices have been confiscated by the police. And now the data of these phones and devices is being scanned in their special labs, the digital labs that they have created in the Srinagar city. As far as the cargo is also a part of the operation. Cargo, which is a special unit of Jammu and Kashmir police. They are also investigating, and these are the boys who specialize in counter-terrorism operations. As far as the South Kashmir is concerned, where this incident has taken place, that has hit the human civilization under the belt. In Anantnag, even the combing operations are not over. They are going on, whether it's the ridges, the French, or even the hinterland.
Yes.
Everything is being scanned. There have been the aerial or the drone services that are still hovering the sky that is in the South Kashmir to trace these terrorists. There have been that success into the forces in the form of OGWs. They were arrested in the Kulgam, which is a couple of kilometers only away from the Anantnag. Similarly, in North Kashmir, Bandipora, we have seen an action where a terrorist house was brought down. It was flattened on the ground when the forces carried an action and dismantled the residence of a Bandipora terrorist. Similarly, we witnessed the action coming in Shopian, in South Kashmir, where Adnan Shafi, a terrorist from the Lashkar-e-Toiba, the house demolition was conducted once again. This is a message that the forces say that even if you are at large, we are not able to reach to you, but we know where to hit you, where it will hurt you the most. They have been carrying the searches, and it will take time, because this is not something you are having a magical wand in your hand and you flip-flop and things will be done. It will take time, because this is one of the biggest incidents in the history of Jammu and Kashmir, where terrorists have targeted the tourists, and those tourists were unarmed. They were not armed people. They were unarmed people who had come on holiday. They were holidaying in this meadows, and they were targeted by terrorists. A lot of questions are being raised, even by the victims, about so many things on the ground that they have seen themselves. Right
Absolutely,
now, the important thing for any security agency who's working to reveal the details or to reach to the perpetrators is only to hunt, navigate, and neutralize the threat, so that not only this is evaded, but also to neutralize the future threat in the Kashmir Valley.
Right, Zainat, thank you so much for joining us with those details. In fact, as you pointed out, that in Anantnag as well, the crackdown continues. We have, in fact, Arava joining us from Anantnag. We saw how OGWs have been questioned, detained in Anantnag as well. There was special focus yesterday also. What is the latest you're picking up, Aravat?
Absolutely, Rakshita. We have seen the detonator attack in the Pahalgam. Then after we have seen that there are multiple locations who were raided by the Jammu and Kashmir police and other security agencies. This time we are here in the Anantnag district and we have seen the 3 anti-terror operations are underway here in the Anantnag right now. We have been told that the intelligence-based input was received by the Jammu and Kashmir police in the general area of Anantnag. Then after we have seen that a coordinated search operation was launched in the entire area. We have seen all the entry and exit points have been sealed. Where the intelligence input has suggested that there is the movement of the terrorists in the area. Overall, if we'll talk about the ongoing operations across Jammu and Kashmir, we have seen from the North Kashmir to Central Kashmir and South Kashmir, Shopian and Kulgam, the mega anti-terror operations are on. We have seen in the Bandipora earlier before when this terror attack happened. Then after we have seen that the exchange of fire took place, in which we have seen that the one OGW was also neutralized in the exchange of the fire. And then after we have seen the huge recovery of arms ammunition in the North Kashmir Kupwara sector. These operations came after when we have seen that deadly terror attack in the South Kashmir's Pahalgam, in which we have seen that the 26 civilians lost their lives in the deadly terror attack. But this time, if we'll talk about the Anantnag and the Kulgam district, where we have seen that there were 2 times the exchange of fire took place, but no terrorist was killed so far. But the search operation is still on at the multiple locations across the Kashmir Valley. Related to Pahalgam terror incident, we have seen that there are the number of the 75 people who were called for the questioning and the investigation in the Pahalgam related to the Pahalgam terror incident. Overall, if we'll talk about the Kashmir Valley, we have seen that almost in every district, the people who were affiliated with the terrorist organizations or other people, anti-national activities, who were called by the Jammu and Kashmir police many times for the investigation related to this terror incident happened. Overall, if we speak about the ongoing operations, there are 33 anti-terror operations which are underway across the Jammu and Kashmir. Rakshita.
Right, Arava, thanks so much for joining us with those details coming in from Anantnag viewers. In fact, those are the areas. In fact, there are multiple areas in Jammu and Kashmir, from South Kashmir, North Kashmir, Central Kashmir. The crackdown is underway. But also, remember, very important, the Indo-Pak borders. From Rajasthan to, of course, Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, all the border posts are on high alert. In fact, my colleague Vaibhav Mishra is in Jaisalmer, and he has shown how the BSF has increased its presence. There is a continued and stepped up vigilance that is being witnessed from there. Here's a ground report.
हमारी मौजूदगी इस वक्त राजस्थान से लगती पाकिस्तान की सीमा पर है और पहलगाम में हुए आतंकी हमले के बाद सभी सीमाओं पर अलर्ट जारी कर दिया गया है। ये तस्वीर और इन तस्वीरों के जरिए आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि इस वक्त यहाँ पर सीमा सुरक्षा के लिए यहाँ पर स्थितियां किस तरह से मजबूती के साथ जो है वो तैयार की गई हैं। यहाँ पर ऊंट के जरिए जो है वो इस इलाके में पेट्रोलिंग की संख्या जो है वो बढ़ा दी गई हो और लगातार कोशिश यही है कि सरहदों की हिफाजत इस बॉर्डर पर पूरी मुस्तैदी के साथ जो है वो की जा सके। अगर मेरे पीछे महेश आपको एक बार तस्वीर दिखाएंगे तो ये इंडिया पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर पिलर नंबर 609 है। ये फेंसिंग है और उसके ठीक 150 मीटर आगे वो 0 पॉइंट जिसके आगे पाकिस्तान शुरू हो जाता है और वहां से घुसपैठ ना हो, इस सीमा की सुरक्षा जो है वो मजबूती के साथ की जा सके, जिसके चलते अब यहां पर जो है वो सुरक्षा व्यवस्था बढ़ा दी गई है। पेट्रोलिंग जो है उसकी संख्या बढ़ा दी गई है और इन ऊंटों के जरिए, क्योंकि रेगिस्तान का जहाज इन ऊंटों को कहा जाता है और रेत में अगर आप सामान्य रूप से चलते हैं तो आपके लिए बहुत सारी मुश्किलें, बहुत सारी चुनौतियां जो है वो सामने आती हैं। लेकिन अब इन स्थितियों को से निपटने के लिए आराम से इन तमाम जो फेंसिंग है, इस फेंसिंग से बाहर जो सरहद है उस सरहद से जो है वो सुरक्षा की जा सके, जिसके चलते इन ऊंटों का जो है वो सहारा लिया जा रहा है। चुनौती सबसे महत्वपूर्ण क्या है मेरे विजय महेश, अगर एक बार आपको दिखाएं तो ये रेत यहां पर, और ये इतनी गर्म रेत है कि आप इस रेत को हाथ में तकरीबन 10-20 सेकंड से ज्यादा नहीं पकड़ सकते, यानी कि टेम्परेचर यहाँ का जो है वो 50 से 55 डिग्री टेम्परेचर इस अप्रैल के महीने में जाता है। ऐसे में आप ये अंदाजा लगाइए कि 55 डिग्री टेम्परेचर, 50 डिग्री प्लस टेम्परेचर अगर यहाँ पर होता है और इन चुनौतियों के बीच यहाँ पर लगातार पेट्रोलिंग करना, इस सरहद की हिफाजत करना एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण और मुश्किल चुनौतियां हैं। लेकिन इन चुनौतियों से निपटते हुए हमारे सुरक्षा बल आपको नजर आ रहे होंगे कि इस जगह पर लगातार वो पेट्रोलिंग कर रहे हैं और कोशिश यही है कि अगर पाकिस्तान किसी भी तरह की हिमाकत इन सरहदों पर करता है तो उसका माकूल जवाब पाकिस्तान को दिया जा सके। इस वक्त इस सीमा पर 50 डिग्री से ऊपर का तापमान है। आप देख सकते हैं राजस्थान से लगती हुई पाकिस्तान की सीमाएं हैं और इस सीमा पर हमारे सुरक्षा बलों की मुस्तैदी आप देख सकते हैं कि इस टेम्परेचर, इस तापमान में भी लगातार वो पेट्रोलिंग करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं, क्योंकि पहलगाम के अंदर जिस तरह से आतंकी हमला हुआ, उस हमले के बाद भारत के अंदर सीमाएं पूरी तरह से अलर्ट मोड में नजर आ रही हैं, क्योंकि आगे स्थितियां और हालात क्या हो इसको लेकर कहीं ना कहीं से पशोपेश की स्थितियां हैं। लेकिन अगर स्थितियां, हालात बिगड़ते हैं तो हमारे सुरक्षा बल पूरी तरह से तैनात है। बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के जवानों के पैरों की ये धमक इस बात की तरफ साफ इशारा कर रही है कि अगर दुश्मन की तरफ से किसी भी तरह का हमला होता है तो वो उस हमले से निपटने में सक्षम है। आप देख सकते हैं यहां पर बीएसएफ के जवानों की मुस्तैदी इस सीमा सुरक्षा के लिए कितनी महत्वपूर्ण और कितनी मजबूत है, उसका जीता जागता उदाहरण आपके सामने ये तस्वीरें। आंखों में सिर्फ और सिर्फ नजरें बॉर्डर पार उस पाकिस्तान की तरफ कि किसी भी तरह से यहां पर घुसपैठ को रोका जाए, और अगर यहां पर हालात बिगड़ते हैं तो राजस्थान से लगती हुई ये सीमा पूरी तरह से सुरक्षित रहे। इस तमाम बातों का ख्याल रखते हुए हमारे ये सुरक्षा बल दिन रात इस पूरे बॉर्डर एरिया में पेट्रोलिंग करते हुए नजर आते हैं। रेतीला ये पूरा इलाका, तमाम चुनौतियां, तमाम चैलेंज, लेकिन इन तमाम चुनौतियों से जूझते हुए, इन तमाम चुनौतियों से आगे पार पाते हुए हमारे बीएसएफ के जवान इस वक्त लगातार इस पूरे इलाके में पेट्रोलिंग कर रहे हैं और मकसद यही है कि अगर हालात बिगड़ते हैं, स्थितियां बिगड़ती हैं तो हमारे सुरक्षा बल इन तमाम हालातों और स्थितियों से निपटने के लिए हमेशा तत्पर हैं। हम इस वक्त राजस्थान से लगती हुई पाकिस्तान की सीमा पर मौजूद हैं और पहलगाम में हुए आतंकी हमले के बीच अब सरहदों पर सुरक्षा बहुत सख्त कर दी गई है। ये तस्वीर हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं। दरअसल ये आपको बता दें कि बीएसएफ का क्यूआरटी वाहन है और क्यूआरटी वाहन के रूप में इस वाहन का इस्तेमाल इस सरहद पर किया जा रहा है, क्योंकि यहां पर रेत है और इस रेत में अगर कहीं भी किसी भी स्थिति में आपको क्विक सिचुएशन में पहुंचना हो, उसके लिए इस व्हीकल का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। आप देख सकते हैं बीएसएफ की महिला कमांडो इस वक्त आपको नजर आ रही होंगी, जो लगातार इस पूरे सरहदी इलाके में पेट्रोलिंग करती हुई नजर आ रही हैं। महत्वपूर्ण यह है कि किसी भी तरह से इस बॉर्डर के इलाके से घुसपैठ ना हो, और अगर आने वाले वक्त में सरहदों पर स्थितियां बिगड़ती हैं, हालात बिगड़ते हैं, तो उन हालातों के लिए यहां पर बीएसएफ पूरी तरह से मुस्तैद है। इस बात को भी आप बाखूबी समझ सकते हैं। यह तस्वीर इस सरहद की ये बताने के लिए काफी है कि हमारे देश की जाबाज महिलाएं भी सरहदों पर डटी हुई हैं और इनके डटे होने का मकसद यही है कि इस देश की आन बान शान, अखंडता, संप्रभुता और एकता को किसी भी तरह से कोई ठोस और चोट न पहुंचा सके। पहलगाम में हुआ आतंकी हमला, जिस हमले ने इस देश की अंतरात्मा को झकझोर कर रख दिया, और अब इस हमले के बाद बदला लेने का वक्त है। भारत बदला लेगा, ये तय है, और इन तमाम हालातों के बीच सरहदों पर स्थितियां सुरक्षित रहें, सरहदों पर किसी भी तरह की कोई घुसपैठ ना हो और यहां से नापाक पाकिस्तान अपनी किसी मनगढ़ंत हरकत को अंजाम न दे सके, उसके मद्देनजर लगातार पेट्रोलिंग की जा रही है। और इस पेट्रोलिंग की टीम में यह क्यूआरटी वाहन भी शामिल किया गया है, जिसका मकसद यह है कि अगर दुश्मन कहीं से भी घुसपैठ करने की कोशिश करता है, अगर वो ये सोचता है कि वो राजस्थान से लगती हुई इस सीमा से प्रवेश करके यहां पर अंदर दाखिल हो सकता है, तो इसकी भूल है। मेरे विजय महेश अगर आपको एक बार तस्वीर दिखाएंगे तो इस तस्वीर में आप देख सकते हैं कि यहां पर पाकिस्तान की एक पोस्ट भी आपको नजर आ रही होगी और पाकिस्तान पाकिस्तान की इस पोस्ट पर भी तैनाती पाकिस्तानी सेना की है, लेकिन हमारी बीएसएफ अपने इस मोर्चे पर पूरी मजबूती के साथ खड़ी है और इस मजबूती का मकसद आप समझ सकते हैं कि हालात न बिगड़े, स्थितियां न बिगड़े, और अगर हालात और स्थितियां बिगड़ते भी हैं तो उन हालातों को काबू में, उन हालातों पर पूरी तरह से नियंत्रण रखने के लिए यहां पर हमारी सुरक्षा बलों की मौजूदगी काफी है।
Forces, viewers, are ready for everything, every option on the table, and behind them is the support of every Indian. There are protests, a chorus growing for an action against Pakistan across the country, not just across the country, viewers, across the world. There are voices from Canada, there are voices in Melbourne, there are voices in London, the demonstrations happening all across, viewers, that we are seeing. And in India also, there are multiple locations where the protests are happening. In Kashmir itself, viewers, in Pahalgam today, we brought you visuals of protesters who held the tricolour in their hands in South Kashmir's Pahalgam, where that attack happened, and they said that Pakistan should be given a befitting reply, and that entire country stands in solidarity and in unity, viewers. These are the visuals on your screens right now. Canada, Kathmandu, Melbourne, London, Denmark, Copenhagen in Denmark, Canada's Toronto, London, Melbourne. You can see those visuals. And of course, in India, we have Pahalgam, we have visuals from the Lal Chowk also today. So there are visuals that speak one message, and that is that the nation will never forget, India will never forget, India will never forgive as well. No forgetting, no forgiving. That message is loud and clear. No innocent lives will be lost. That is the message sent across loud and clear, viewers. Those are the visuals coming in. Pakistan facing global outrage now. As you can see in these visuals, chorus for a tough action is only growing and echoing across all sides, north to south, east to west. Listening to another protester.
I am here to show my solidarity with those Hindus and those innocent people who were killed by the Islamist terrorists in Kashmir.
We are here to mourn the death of 26 Hindus in Kashmir. As we know that they did not deserve this barbaric end they had to, but we are here not just to mourn, not just to pray, but also in the resilience, also as a reflection of our strength.
We are with a very heavy heart and sadness we are gathered here today to pray and offer our thoughts and prayers for all the victims. And this is very, very tragic, and we all should condemn in strictest sense any form of terrorism and terrorist activities. And they don't have any caste, creed or faith. They are inhuman, and we should all condemn in strictest sense.
India vows to strike back, but we also have, viewers, the action that is happening in Kashmir. The local network is being dismantled, and today another house of a local terrorist was demolished, was blown up, and in fact a total of 7 houses till now. The official figure is that 7 of the residences of these terrorists have been now demolished. One such is from Shopian district in Zainapura of Shopian district. This is Adnan Shafi, a Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorist who had joined hands with Pakistan-based terror outfit. And also another development is that the house of Farooq Ahmad, who's also a Lashkar terrorist, and he's now based in Pakistan. His house was also demolished, viewers. So we have in fact a report also that our reporters have been tracking. Take a listen in, viewers.
From Anantnag to Pulwama, and from Shopian to Bandipora. After the brutal terror attack in Pahalgam, security forces are coming down hard, showing zero tolerance for terror dens and their protectors across the valley. Security forces have unleashed a fierce crackdown across Kashmir, dismantling terror safe houses linked to those who fueled bloodshed in Pahalgam. This is a targeted, relentless operation to wipe out the terror networks that have long thrived in the shadows of the valley. In Bijbehara, Anantnag, forces blasted the hideout of Adil Hussain Thokar, alias Adil Gure, a key player in the terror grid.
Yes, this is the house. The home belongs to Adil Thakur, who is also known as Adil Guri, a man accused of orchestrating the devastating Pahalgam terror attack that claims 26 lives, leaving behind the scenes that tell a story of loss and the complex layers of terrorism in. The site is cordoned off by the thin layer of police tape. A small crowd of villagers gathered at a distance.
In Avantipura, Operation zeroed in on Asif Sheikh, while another major assault in Pulwama crushed the base of Ehsan Sheikh, both linked to recent terror activity.
ये मलबा है एक घर का, जो घर बताया जा रहा है एहसान उल हक का। और ये जो घर देख रहे हैं आप, ये एहसान उल हक का घर है जिसे कल देर रात ब्लास्ट के ज़रिए ध्वस्त कर दिया गया। एहसान उल हक के बारे में दे दे जानकारी आपको कि ये जो एहसान उल हक है, ये जो है 2018 में पाकिस्तान गया था ट्रेनिंग लेने के लिए। इसके बाद यहाँ पर जो है ये कुछ दिनों पहले ही आया था घाटी में वापस। जैश ए मोहम्मद का जो आतंकी है ये बताया जा रहा है, जिसके घर को मिट्टी में मिला दिया गया है।
In Kulgam, forces tore down Zakir Ahmad's safe house, cutting off another vital node of the terror web. In Shopian's Chotipura, Shahid Ahmad Kutte's operational base was wiped out, alongside Adnan Shafi's hideout elsewhere in Shopian.
सोफियान में आतंकी अदनान डार के घर पे इस वक्त मेरी मौजूदगी है, जिसे सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस ने मलबे में तब्दील कर दिया। लेकिन कमरे के अंदर जिस हरे रंग के सस्पिशियस बॉक्स का मैं जिक्र कर रहा हूँ, वो बक्सा दरअसल यहाँ पर आपको पड़ा हुआ नजर आएगा। हालांकि अंदर जाना बहुत रिस्की है, लेकिन सामने आप देखेंगे कि हरे रंग का बॉक्स आपको वो नजर आ रहा है। 10 kg उस बॉक्स पर लिखा हुआ है। हालांकि वो क्या बॉक्स है अभी वो जांच का विषय है, लेकिन जिस तरीके से ब्लास्ट हुआ उसके बाद देखेंगे कि पूरा जो घर का स्ट्रक्चर है, 2 मंजिला मकान था, वो पूरे तरीके से दह गया है। हालांकि जहां पर भी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस पहुंच रही है वहां पर कुछ सस्पिशियस उन्हें मिल रहा है और सर्च के दौरान इस पूरे इलाके को सैनिटाइज किया जाता है। लेकिन हम जब कवर करते हुए यहाँ पर पहुंचे तो कमरे के अंदर आप देखेंगे कि हरे रंग का सस्पिशियस बॉक्स, जो कि अब इस पूरे इलाके को सुरक्षा एजेंसियों ने घेरा हुआ है। इस सस्पिशियस बॉक्स में क्या है वो भी जांच का विषय बना हुआ है।
And in Bandipora, forces stormed the home of Jamil Ahmad Sheer Gojri, dismantling yet another launchpad of terror. The message is loud and clear. After Pahalgam, there will be no safe havens, no second chances. Terror will be rooted out, safe house by safe house, valley by valley.
Now, viewers, the NIA today has officially taken over the entire investigation of the Pahalgam terror attack, and the latest we have, there's a major breakthrough that has been achieved now thanks to a tip from the local photographer, who in fact managed to perch himself atop a tree and he captured entire sequence of events at Pahalgam. Not just that, viewers, even the testimony from a lieutenant colonel from the Indian Army who was holidaying with his family during the attack has added a critical layer to this investigation. Now, sources indicate that the officer currently posted in Jammu and Kashmir has provided invaluable insights to investigators, meticulously piecing together the sequence of events based on eyewitness accounts and the compelling video evidence. The anti-terror agency has reconstructed how this attack unfolded. 2 terrorists, initially concealed behind a cluster of shops, emerged and demanded that the gathered crowd recite the kalma. Moments later, they carried out the cold-blooded execution of 4 individuals with targeted headshots. This horrific act has triggered widespread panic, causing people to flee in terror. And during this chaos, viewers, the terrorists unleashed this indiscriminate firing, aiming for vital organs such as the head and heart, indicating a clear intent to kill, to fatally shoot those innocent, unarmed Indians. Gursimran Singh joins us live on the broadcast. Gursimran, this is of course what we are learning, that the investigation has achieved a very important breakthrough. There is footage, what we understand, that has captured the entire sequence of events, and also a very, very important testimony by an army officer.
Yes, NIA has got some crew breakthroughs in the ongoing investigation. The NIA has taken over the investigation yesterday only, when the Jammu police station of the National Investigation Agency registered the FIR, and the FIR has been registered under the section 16, 18 and 20 of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, and section 7 and section 27 of the Arms Act that has been there in the FIR. The FIR has been taken from the FIR that was originally registered by the Jammu and Kashmir police with regards to this incident, that on the directions of the handlers from across the border. A terror attack, a firing has taken place in the Baiswan area of the Pahalgam. Now the investigators have got some true breakthroughs in this regard, and these crucial breakthroughs include one of the footages that have been shot by a videographer who was there, and also the statement of Army Lieutenant Colonel who was there. He was in hiding when this attack took place. He saw everything unfolding, and now he has described everything to the National Investigation Agency. We are told that the NIA, IG, DIG and SSP rank officers are camping in Pahalgam. They are getting day-to-day details, and the details with the Jammu and Kashmir police are also being shared with the National Investigating Agency so that they can get a major breakthrough. See, this case breakthrough will only come once the terrorists are neutralized and some recovery of phones or mobile phones are recovered from them. But the NIA investigation will be crucial because it will be able to link back to the overground workers and the local support that the terrorists have got. So primarily that focus remains on the overground workers network of the NIA that is there, of the terrorists that is there being probed by the National Investigation Agency, and NIA is trying hard to get a major breakthrough that can lead to the direct overground worker of this attack.
Right, Gursimran Singh, thanks so much for joining us with those details, viewers. So that is the latest update coming in from the NIA investigation on the Pahalgam terror attack. Viewers, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of 6 Stories at 6. We continue to track from various locations about the dastardly attack, the investigation, the anti-terror operations that are underway and much more. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Live and Breaking.